Welcome to the visual design section of the presentation. Again, the way I've outlined the various phases of WordPress development has been in a sequential manner. Visual design should really come together without too many problems if you've gone through the various steps and spent the required time on each of those steps. Again, at this point of the process, you should really have a business plan ready, know the market you're attacking, understand what elements in your web presence will leverage that market. You must have a very strong understanding of your customer base and your prospect base. At this point, you will have organized a content portfolio and are architected according to your information architecture priorities. Also, you must have come up with the different navigation models to create the best interaction based on current usability requirements of your users. At this point, you have all the material that you can hand over to a visual designer for them to take visual communication and use it as a tool to support and enhance the message and service you're trying to deliver through your website. In fact, design is communication of concepts and ideas, and good design simultaneously challenges and fulfills expectations. Basic elements of visual communication are form, content, arrangement, light, and color. The purpose of graphic design is to make it easy as possible for readers and viewers to understand your message. The driving emotions of visual communication are seduction, conviction, and inspiration. Here's some food for thought that I put down for effective visual design. At the end of this presentation, I will come up with some examples of what I think good visual design is. Even though I think my goal as a web professional is not so much to come up with good visual design, but to come up with a design which fits into a large scheme of things, which enhances and supports the business objective that you're trying to accomplish. And, there are a lot of great designers and a lot of great artists out there who produce a lot of interesting work. But it's even a greater challenge to get these talented people to work within a structure, leveraging all the other work of the other teams. For some food for thought, of course, is you must design for a first read. Just use a dominant visual or an element that provides a focal point. You must avoid static balance, but be consistent. Try to standardize obvious elements with navigation, headers, footers, etc. Unequal, unpredictable elements help provide movement. Use white space around the word to add emphasis. Again, this is a classic. In the beginning, back in 94, 95, in your first websites, most people thought that you had to try to scrunch in as much text as you could to minimize scrolling. And although there is definitely a key point to getting people to scroll less, you need to understand also that by creating white space around text, you'll make it easier for people to scan and browse content before they actually take the time to read it. In fact, a lot of standard text packed into a page is usually the biggest turnoff for anyone. Tension usually adds interest to a page. Find ways to add tension without creating too much havoc. Success is measured by how quickly and effectively you communicate your ideas to the users. Add emphasis to important elements. Visual design is a tool for relaying the message. It is not the message. Very careful here. A lot of, again, within a web team, you need the creative, you need the artistic, and everyone has to really feed off of that. But at the same time, you must be sure not to have a one person or one discipline dominate the entire approach. And this happens like in any other field. It happens with artistic designers who get carried away and turn a web presence into a portfolio for their artistic aspirations. Designer's work is to create experiences that inspire, compel, and communicate new approaches. Design for clarity and impact. Place yourself in the user's position. Consider every aspect of the experience, online and offline. Let content drive the development of the site. How content is interpreted is dictated by how it is visually communicated. At this point, I'd like to speed on through to the next section. We're a little bit behind on time here. Next section is entitled Web Application Development. Scroll back to the top and click on Web Application Development on the toolbar. I'll give you about 5 to 10 seconds to get there.